The city of Rajagaya was alive with activity, its streets bustling with merchants, farmers, and visitors from distant lands. Among them was Dhanapati, a wealthy merchant, celebrated for his success and known for his luxurious lifestyle. His home was adorned with golden ornaments, and his chariots shone brightly under the sun. Yet, despite his wealth, Dhanapati felt a deep emptiness within, a yearning for something beyond material success. Ahita bowed deeply, voicing his plight. "Master, my life is consumed by the pursuit of wealth. Is peace forever out of reach?" The Buddha gazed at him, his eyes reflecting timeless wisdom, and spoke, "Ahita, peace is not found in gold. Does wealth not grant security?" Ahita asked, desperation tainting his words. "How does one live without striving for material stability?" The Buddha lifted a fallen leaf, examining its veins, and said, "Observe this leaf. It once danced under the sun, now, it lies detached from the tree, returning to the soil." Dhanapati listened attentively, his mind captivated by the profound simplicity of the Buddha's words. True success lies in the heart free of attachment, where liberation allows peace to flourish. The Buddha continued. "Many seek wealth like grasping grains of sand," the Buddha continued. "The tighter one clutches, the swifter it slips away." "But, Master," Ahita protested, "if possessions are fleeting, how can one ensure their survival in an impermanent world?" The Buddha pointed to a bird singing in the distance and said, "Observe the bird. It does not hoard, yet it thrives. Survival is not in clinging to abundance, but in the wisdom of balance. Contentment arises when desires are subdued. Detach not by force but by recognizing the impermanence of all things. What you hold now will someday return to dust." The Buddha folded his hands in his lap and spoke, "Peace is not a gift granted by others. It is cultivated within. It begins with understanding impermanence. All things arise and pass away. Like the ripple of a stone cast in water, the merchant who seeks permanence in impermanent possessions lives bound by the illusion of their stability," Buddha added. Ahita frowned. "Does that mean I must abandon my livelihood? Master, how can I abandon my duties and responsibilities?" The Buddha replied, "Abandon not your duties, but the delusion that your value is measured by what you possess. Approach your work with sincerity, but detach from the outcome. Let labor be an offering, not a tether to suffering." Ahita's troubled heart softened as clarity began to pierce the veil of his doubts and insecurities. "Master, my attachment to wealth feels insurmountable. How do I sever the chains that bind me to these desires?" The Buddha stood, gesturing to the vast expanse beyond the tree, and said, "Walk the path with mindfulness. Release one desire at a time, like a bird shedding feathers, until you find yourself soaring weightless in truth." Ahita bowed deeply, gratitude shining in his eyes. "Thank you, Master, for your patience and wisdom. My journey begins today." The disciples observed silently, their hearts filled with reverence for the dialogue. Embodying the teachings shared with Ahita, the Buddha returned to his seat, his presence a living testament to the truth that peace is cultivated within. Another day, another gathering under the shade of the Bodhi tree, where the Buddha spoke to those seeking wisdom and peace. Ahita returned, his steps heavy with the burden of ambition, his heart bound by desires that refused to relinquish control. The Buddha sat in silence, his presence calming the restless souls of his disciples and those newly joined in their search. Ahita knelt before the Buddha, speaking with a trembling voice. "Master, my ambitions grow endlessly. They bind me to suffering." The Buddha gestured toward the flowing river nearby, its waters reflecting the golden light of the setting sun. "Observe the river, Ahita," the Buddha said, his voice steady. "It flows freely, nourishing the land without clinging to its course. People began to embrace acts of kindness and generosity, creating a ripple effect of compassion throughout the city. The Buddha's teachings resonated deeply, reminding all who heard them that freedom lies in the heart unbound by desire. Ahita asked, "Master, how can I temper ambition when it drives my work? Should I abandon my aspirations?" The Buddha shook his head, the wisdom in his eyes unwavering. Aspiration is not the enemy, but attachment to its fruits. Perform your duties with sincerity and dedication, yet release the chains that tie you to the outcome, Buddha said softly. Ahita listened, his mind grappling with the paradox of ambition as both a driving force and a source of suffering. The Buddha spoke again. Once, a bird sought to touch the heavens. Driven by ambition to reach the highest peaks, it flew tirelessly, chasing heights far beyond its reach, until exhaustion claimed its wings, bringing it back to earth. The bird learned that its place was not among the stars, but in the balance of flight and rest, Buddha added. Ahita asked, "Master, how do I balance ambition without losing purpose? How does one live without striving for more?" The Buddha extended his hand, catching a falling leaf, its delicate form a testament to nature's impermanence and balance. Balance lies in mindfulness. Ahita, strive with care, but let go of the illusion that ambition defines your worth, Buddha said. Peace arises not from the heights you reach, but from the harmony you cultivate within your heart and actions, he added. Ahita bowed deeply, his heart yearning for the tranquility embodied in the Buddha's teachings and the wisdom of his presence. The disciples watched in silence, their reverence reflecting the shared pursuit of the truths spoken beneath the Bodhi tree. Ahita left that day, his mind a battlefield of thoughts, yet his spirit lighter. As seeds of wisdom began to take root, the Buddha remained seated, his gaze fixed on the horizon, where the river flowed steadily, an emblem of mindful existence. Another day, another moment beneath the Bodhi tree, where disciples and seekers gathered to listen to the Buddha's timeless wisdom. Ahita returned once more, his face reflecting inner calm, though questions lingered deep within his heart. Awaiting resolution, the Buddha greeted Ahita with silence, his serene presence a balm to restless minds and a guide to clarity. Ahita bowed low, sharing his story. "Master, I've abandoned wealth and ambition, yet peace eludes me. What remains within me?" The Buddha observed a flower blooming nearby and said, "Observe this flower, Ahita. Its beauty arises amidst mud, its purpose fulfilled. Peace is like the lotus. It blooms when acceptance of impermanence and release of desires create space for its presence." Buddha said, "But Master," Ahita asked, "how does one reach acceptance when fear of loss and impermanence continues to plague the mind?" The Buddha smiled gently, gesturing toward the endless horizon where the sun and clouds danced in eternal movement. "Acceptance arises through mindfulness. Acknowledge each moment, each breath as fleeting and precious, like a bead falling from a broken necklace. Fear binds the mind with illusions of permanence," the Buddha added. "Unbind these illusions and walk freely in the truth of impermanence." Ahita listened intently, his mind absorbing each word, a river collecting drops that would one day overflow with clarity. The Buddha continued, "Peace is not attained through escape, but through embracing each moment, each challenge as part of the journey." Ahita asked, "Master, does peace ever become permanent, or is it as fleeting as the impermanence we learn to accept?" The Buddha replied, "Peace resides within impermanence. It is not the absence of change but the harmony cultivated amid its presence. Peace is the silence in your heart when you accept that each moment is complete and requires nothing more," Buddha said. Ahita bowed deeply, his spirit aligned with the teachings, his doubts dissolving like clouds under the warmth of the sun. The disciples observed silently, their hearts resonating with the dialogue, wisdom flowing among them like the water nourishing roots. Ahida shared with the assembly. Peace is not a possession. It is the acceptance of impermanence and freedom from desires that chain us. The Buddha's smile reflected contentment, his teachings blooming within Ahida and others who sat beneath the Bodhi tree. Ahida arose, his path illuminated by wisdom, ready to carry the Buddha's teachings to those seeking peace and understanding. The disciples watched as Ahida departed, his presence radiant, his journey entwined with the truths imparted beneath the sacred tree. The Buddha remained seated, his silence a testament to the endless cycle of seeking, learning, and sharing wisdom in this impermanent world. Thank you for watching. Buddha's teachings are always with you. Subscribe to our channel and we will see you in the next video.